I think I need to clarify something, and somebody just asked what is prohibited about praying in a mosque. Nothing, actually. And a mosque is open for anyone to pray of any belief, and although it would be halakhically inappropriate for a Jewish person to pray in a church because of the symbols and the idea of Christ as God, the idea of the Trinity itself, would pretty well prevent a Jew praying in a church. I think I'm not sure about Unitarian churches. I think that might be an interesting alternative, and might be worth some sort of further investigation. But certainly, rabbis would recommend against praying in a church. There is nothing to prohibit a Jew praying in a mosque. And as I say, Muslims would welcome anyone to pray in a mosque. I think the problem with the IDF soldiers is the laughter and the implicit contempt. Now, they may, in fact, there are many reasons why people can laugh. It can be nervous. There may be an explanation. There may be a perfectly good explanation for this, and I see nothing wrong with praying in a mosque, or with singing in Hebrew in a mosque. That alone is not offensive. What is offensive is a level of disrespect. Now, if that disrespect was not intended and has been misinterpreted, that would be very good to hear. As for blaming Netanyahu, as somebody said, well, the IDF have apologized and have condemned the actions. Well, that's cheap and perfectly and perfectly simple. But where does this example of bad behavior come from? It comes from the rhetoric from both the President of Israel and from the Prime Minister. And that rhetoric is hostile and is inappropriate. And I know the country is at war, but this is a war that is taking place in the backyard of Israel itself, and it is foolish to be so to give way to such rhetorical flourishes. And I was shocked by the Israeli ambassador's dismissal of the two-state solution this morning. I think the aim of this war must be peace, and anything short of that is an inappropriate aim. Getting rid of Hamas is part of that process. Aiming for peace is the aim. And what worries me is that the aim may simply be suppression, and that isn't enough. That isn't appropriate. And soldiers of any tradition should be respectful of places of prayer, places of religious importance of any tradition.